Alrighty, it is another beautiful day here working on the twin turbo Mustang. I am getting the car ready to get pulled out of the garage, go right here and clean the engine bay out because it is disgusting. There's dirt everywhere, there's burn holes and burn marks on the shock towers. I'm gonna sand them all down, get everything cleaned up. There's a couple spots like right there that need repaint, so I went to my local AutoZone, picked up some of this stuff. I'm gonna do a little test strip, see how it looks, see how well it matches the stock OEM paint job. It's a lot better than the yellowing, orange, whatever you want to call that, which is all over in the engine bay, everywhere that the exhaust was. So this will help kind of protect everything and make it look better. So I'm gonna get the car down onto the ground on its wheels again, since it's still on jack stands. I'm gonna get the car out as far as I can without it running down the driveway and going into my neighbor's car. And then I also need to get my Christmas decorations out because it is that time of year. It sucks that this is down during boost weather and boost season, but can't do anything about it now. Oh well. I could have just bought a stock Gen 1, throw it back in here and call it a day, but I don't want to do that. Alrighty, so as you just saw in the time lapse, got the car out just a little bit, enough to clean the engine bay. You'll see in the video that I got in and out of it a couple times. The first time I didn't have the key and the steering wheel was locked, so I had to run up to my room, grab the key. So I got that. And then, I don't know if you can tell in the video, it might be too fast, but I kind of got a little scared, thought I was going to lose it down the driveway, so I had to rip the e-brake real quick. But got it out. It's time to get this baby clean. I think I'm going to get a lot of this wrapped up so I don't have to worry about water damage and all that stuff. Even though it's all dirty, I know since there's no power in it, it's not that big of a deal if any of it gets just a little bit wet, but better safe than sorry. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I'm tired today. It's my day off. Been working on this for most of the day. It's about like 1 o'clock right now. Slept in until like 11, so I'm lazy. Yeah, let's get this baby clean. Alrighty, so I did a little bit of as the Minecrafters say, off-camera mining. I got everything cleaned up for the most part, and I painted the engine bay. I had a little bit of a mishap when I was painting the engine bay. Well, I wouldn't say engine bay, just the shock towers. I got overspray everywhere. I don't really care. The spray can just decided to not stop spraying. So I'm sitting here just spewing out paint while I'm trying to do like layers and coats and all that stuff. So there is tons of runny spots and everywhere. I was trying to get the most of the paint because it was about halfway full when it happened, but you can see some runs in it. I mean, no one's gonna really notice unless they like look right at it, because there's gonna be turbo there. But it just sucks that it happened because it was a lot of paint. I put the cap on it thinking, oh, like I'll just stop the paint from coming out, and there's like vents on the side that'll keep the air from popping the cap off. I was wrong. It popped the cap off. There was paint all right here. I got most of it up with acetone. It was running down the bumper. I got that all cleaned up. The cap went shooting up, hit the, I wouldn't be surprised if there's paint on the garage door, but this is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna let it dry overnight, come back in the morning and see how it turned out. Alrighty, what is up? It is now Saturday night. It is about 9:30. I got nothing else going on, having a really boring Saturday. It's been a really crappy week if I'm being honest, but I'm here working on the car, got my Crocs on. I am going to be working on the junction box for the battery relocation. So the battery is going to be in the trunk. I'm gonna run a wire from the trunk all the way through the cab up and up onto the junction box. I was thinking about it. I think right here is probably gonna be the best spot to mount it, right here. I put it on like this to kind of get an idea for it. I kind of like it. I just don't like that because I don't know what size that is or if you can even fit a nut on it. So I'm gonna just cut it off, drill it out, and put my own nut and washers on it on the back side. I need to change the air filter, I know. So I'm gonna be working on that, and if you guys want to watch, I'll probably time lapse it. I don't know if I'll do it in real time because then I have to entertain you guys. I'm not really good at entertaining people, so I'll probably time lapse it. Alrighty, I'm gonna drill. I need to find my marker so I can mark the hole, and then I'm gonna drill it. I'm gonna get this baby bolted in. Got some nuts and bolts, some washers. Gonna do it the right way. Just kidding, I'm not. So yeah, let me find the Sharpie wherever I put it so I can mark this hole. Alright, gotta sit down this way. Fun fact, I actually went to a Post Malone concert last night. First ever concert I've been to. Really good. I've heard Post Malone is a great artist to see live, and boy, he did not disappoint. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do a little bit of actually, still gonna eyeball level it, but I'm gonna put this side in since I have the hole for it already. Just gonna use the existing hole. So I can get the bolt in there. That baby in there. That baby right there. That baby right there. Now, partially in there. So all I have to do is mark it, drill it, and do the other side. Or drill the other side, sorry. Alrighty. No turning back. I got the Sharpie on the new paint, so just kidding. Take some acetone to it. I'll take that and the paint off.
Please don't slide on me. I see you sliding on me.
Had to pull on it a little bit from the back, you know, starting to push in. Got the hole in. Now, take this baby. I'm only going to do it hand tight, just because I might have to take it out at some point. Actually, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of Alright, so the video literally cut out as I was giving you guys my whole life story. But I got it in there. I'm pretty content with it. Ooh, I didn't realize that's sitting uneven. Oh well. It's in there. It's a little bit tighter than hand tight, but it's good for now. I'm ready to start planning out how I'm gonna do the wiring and getting all that taken care of. And then this goes over this. It's a little cover. And then there's two little nuts that go on that probably fell when I was trying to use the Sawzall. Oh yeah, there's one. So yeah, there's that. I don't know what else I'm gonna put in this video. I might just end it right now and post it, but we'll see. Alright, I didn't end the video. It's actually a couple days later. I worked on it a little bit. Didn't really get it on camera just because, I don't know, I was working on it here and there. Didn't really feel like recording it. So far I have the fuses. This is just a stock one that comes on the, where is it? It's in my pile of trash down here somewhere. The stock battery terminal thing. This bolts to the side to it. The side of it, sorry. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just reuse it since it comes right off. So I put it on here. I redid the connection on both of these so it fits better. I'm going to, along with the heat wrap or the heat shrink that I put on it, I'm going to be putting some wrap around it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it twisted like this. I mean, it can kind of look cool. I have little things that will bolt these wherever I want them on the firewall. I don't know if I'm going to run those. But my plan is, this goes to the alternator and the fuse box, I believe, if I remember right. Can't remember where this one goes. Oh no, this one, sorry, is the fuse box and power steering. And then this one goes to the alternator. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. I'll figure it out once the motor's back in. This is running, this one's the fuse box, sorry. This one's fuse box. I'm not even gonna, you know what? It's late, I'm sorry, I'm tired. This goes somewhere, this goes somewhere. This goes to the fuse box. This one, right here on the end, we're gonna skip this one, keep it open in case I need to add anything. This one is going to be, I'm gonna run the power cable down right here into this hole, into the wheel well, into the like grommet thing like this, into the cab, run a wire underneath the carpet to the trunk. My buddy Brett, he did it first on his Mustang. I like the way he did it and how he ran it. It's the easiest way without having to drill into this and then drill into the other layer. Easiest way, and I mean, it can't get better than that. You can access it. All I'll have to do is just run the wire through and feed it through everywhere, but that's no big deal. It's just a little time consuming. And then run it through into the trunk. And then I'm going to do the same with the ground wire. The ground, so I have a couple options. I already have this put on right here. I have the holes drilled. I'm thinking I'm gonna just put this right here. If I can grab it right. Put it right there. And then I'm gonna have a ground from this to ground to the body. And then also a ground wire running, following the power to the battery. And I'm gonna ground the battery as well. So it's gonna be grounded up here in the engine bay, in the trunk, and then there's gonna be a wire connecting both of them. They're both gonna be junction box, like, or junction to like this, junction box, whatever you want to call this. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm probably gonna go to bed because I'm tired. I gotta work tomorrow. Speaking of my buddy Brett, he came in clutch tonight. He lent me these boxes, which are full of wiring connectors, crimp tools, everything I need pretty much to rewire a whole car if I wanted to. Big shout out to him. Honestly, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for him. He is very knowledgeable, super cool dude, and he knows the ins and outs of a Mustang. So once again, I just want to say a huge shout out and thank you to Brett. Brett, I know you're watching this. Thank you so much. Also, I want to update you guys. I kind of thought things over, and I'm changing directions on the motor setup. I'm no longer going to be doing a built Gen 1, just because my circumstances, what I really want to push power-wise, it's a little too much, both financially and power-wise. I don't really care to push 1,200 horsepower. I want to have the car at that someday. Maybe I want to have a tune and be able to tap it. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on what I decided to do. I'm going to kind of keep it a secret for now until I get everything ready and the motor is here. But let's just say it's not Ford powered. It's a Chevy LS. No, I'm just kidding. I would never LS swap a Mustang. Yes, I am gatekeeping what engine I'm going to be running in this. It is going to be a Ford, but the whole reason why I'm documenting this whole process is because I want to share the things that I'm doing on my twin turbo Coyote in case anyone out there who has a twin turbo Coyote or just a stock NA Coyote wants to take any of my ideas. I've learned things from other people like Brett, my buddy, who's taught me a lot. I've also been trying to rework things and do things kind of make it a little easier, a little safer, and look better, like the whole fuse box situation. I'm going to be making a custom bracket that is going to hook onto either the fan shroud, or I thought about running off, not this one on the other side, but making a custom radiator mount support, whatever you want to call these, that extends to mount the fuse box. If you don't know, the fuse box on the On3 twin turbo kit puts it underneath the coolant reservoir, the stock coolant reservoir. Can't reach it. Can't open it to get any fuses out. And then the ECU is underneath that. The ECU is not that big of a deal. I'm actually probably going to leave it there just because it's out of the way, unbothering to me, whatever. I don't know, it's late. But the fuse box, I definitely got to have access to that because blow a fuse, kind of need to change them. I don't know if I updated you guys about the painted engine bay. Oversprays everywhere. Who cares? It's not going to be seen. Yeah, this is where it's at right now. Now I'm going to end the video, I think. Oh, real quick. I thought about, so I have the AC lines over here. Everything's a mess. I have the AC lines over here. They're just the stock AC lines. I have the ones that are, I don't know where they put it. For the kit, the one that's made into the flexible, I don't even know if it's OEM that way, but there's one that's flexible so you can move around the turbo. People have a lot of issues with blowing that one. I actually replaced it and wrapped it a whole bunch of times in heat wrap. But I have those AC lines. I don't know if people ever paint theirs or whatever, but I kind of thought it'd be a little cool to paint them black or something. I might spray paint them black just for shits and giggles, make it look better. Because the one, I think they're called Trader valves, sits right there on one of those. I think it's this one. It sits on that. Why is this not focusing? It sits on that hole. Yeah, sits on that one, and it sits right there, and it's super ugly. It gets dirty super easily, and every time I try to clean it, it's always a pain in the butt because there's the wastegate that's right above it. So I kind of want to just paint it black so you can't tell if it's dirty, because I'm like weird when it comes to cleaning my things. It's like a little bit of dirt, like all this annoys the crap out of me. don't worry, that's all going to be cleaned up before anything happens motor-wise. I think that's about it. This is what I was talking about, that the the fuses would bolt to is bolted onto this piece right here, onto this nut right here on the front. That was where it is connected on the junction box. So I just kind of reworked, reused, repurposed the OEM because honestly it works fine. I'm debating if I want to throw this cover on. Let me show it real quick. If I can move this. So this cover sits right there. I don't know if I showed you guys already. It'll need to be trimmed to fit it. I kind of want to do it just so it looks better. But yeah, actually, I might even try trimming it right now. No, I'll wait. Wait till I have everything ready and it's all finalized before I start cutting things. But yeah, that is where it's at right now. So if you want to see more of what I'm doing, me documenting the process, if you want to see what engine I end up running on the twin turbo Coyote, yes, it is still a Coyote. Definitely like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, TikTok.